Hello, Earthlings. Today I'm going to introduce you to two incredible human beings that are both artists, but in their own right. They work together, collectively, but also individually. Eric Knight is an artist that paints the most beautiful, whimsical, magical pieces that are like dreams come to life. And Ricky McKinney moves his body like no other. Like he's from another world, really. He incorporates many different styles within his art, with his goddess-given gift. And you're gonna meet both of them here today on BaBy's CriB. How you feeling, man?
I'm good.
Yeah? You feel good?
Yeah, you got me active early.
It's early?
For me.
It is. I still say it's morning, but it's actually afternoon, so whatever that means. It's like after 12.
Yeah.
But yeah, same thing.
You know, slow ramp
Yeah.
up, and then
Yeah.
it's hard to get me to go to sleep.
And then you're up all night.
Right, exactly.
I know what you mean. So like with something with that, like when is it actually officially like evening to you when you're like, okay, I can have a cocktail now? When does that start?
I've trained myself not to start drinking until 4 o'clock.
Okay, 4.
Yeah.
Trained.
Yeah.
Love that.
Gotta be productive.
Squeaking,
At
I
least
love it.
halfway, you know?
Yeah, I love
Yeah.
it. So man, where are you from?
So originally from Brooklyn.
Okay. I hear it.
I went to high school and junior high and elementary in Florida.
Oh,
Central Florida, just this little town called Winter Haven.
okay.
So my
Is
parents.
the ocean close or is it like far away?
Nah,
Not even
Central
ocean,
Florida,
yeah, in the center,
every
right, right.
aspect of Central.
Literally, yeah.
It's kind of in between Tampa and Orlando.
Mm-hmm.
And my dad wanted to move there because he thought New York wasn't safe. And so we go to Central Florida where there ain't shit to do but get in trouble.
That's all you did?
It's get a lot of trouble, yeah. And then I did go to, I lived in Fort Lauderdale for a little while, and then Boston for a few years of college.
That's where you went to school?
Yep.
For art college?
Yep.
Or just, okay, nice.
Yep. I went to college for 1 year, then I quit because I got a job at an agency. And I was like, well, I'm already in the business. Why am I paying for school?
Exactly.
So, yeah, and the school wasn't that great, so I'm not even gonna say the name.
We won't say that. What does it say Boston?
Yeah.
What does it say
In
Boston?
that area.
Yeah, cool, man. All right.
And then I moved here to Atlanta in 2004.
Okay, so that's about 9 years ago, right? No, more than that. Yeah, because I'm thinking
I've
14.
been
Yeah,
here-
way more than that. Yeah, like 19
I've
years.
been here
Yeah.
Almost 20, a little less than 20.
Yeah, beautiful.
So yeah, I love it here.
Cool. Well, what brought you to Atlanta? Like, how did we get you here?
All right, so when I was in Boston at the ad agency, I was drawing storyboards, and it's funny because I was just talking to somebody about it.
My man Homero back there, we was talking to him.
We were just talking about it, and with agencies, they always getting like bought and
Sure.
combined, and so
And sold. Yeah,
exactly.
all that, yeah.
And so there was a series of layoffs. So eventually I ended up getting laid off, but they gave me this great severance package.
Nice.
So I took the money to move down here.
Nice.
And I originally came down here because my friends, they're engineers. Most of my friends are into music.
Okay.
So I had
Makes sense, Atlanta.
one of my closest friends was working at Stankonia.
Oh, that's so awesome.
And he was like, man, you know, I'm over here between these few studios and I know tons of rappers. And I was like, you know what? That sounds like a lot of mixtape cover. You know,
Yeah.
I could do mixtape covers. I could, you
Yeah,
know.
of course.
So I moved down here, and plus at the time I was writing, and we were producing music.
So you're also a musician or a rapper or what?
Yeah, I used to
Singer?
rhyme.
You might have to bust one out in a minute.
Maybe.
Just think about it.
I
Think about what the fuck you want me to say. What the hell?
We might have to
Mary
roll up
had a
something
little
first.
lamb. Mary had a little lamb.
Yeah.
Mary had a little lamb. Okay. But that's awesome. So you came in for, it was music, but also to do the art for these, you know, hopefully.
Yeah. It was, and then I started doing mixtape covers. My first studio was right in between Stankonia and Zach's recording.
Nice. Which, to be specific, Stankonia is like, you know, Outkast, right?
Yeah. Well,
right?
also Zach's is like historically famous, but more for rock music. And then you had Stankonia was just Atlanta's rap sound.
Rap.
You know,
pop.
before trap and all that. It was like
Sure.
what it was. And so in between those two studios, my friend Cash had his little studio.
Okay.
And they used to rent out equipment and stuff there. And then I rented the tiny little loft area that was above his studio.
Nice.
And just like lived off of mixtape covers.
Yeah, within a triangle. That's where you
it
were
was
going.
Perfect. I was just like in the perfect spot
That's beautiful.
to make business.
Well, so
you know?
like some of the covers that you've done, tell me about, I mean, you don't have to tell me about them, but like who did you work with?
This is such a long time ago, but like I did stuff for like Killer Mike before he was like super famous.
Okay.
I don't know.
It's probably a lot, right?
I made the Yin Yang Twins.
That's awesome. I remember that.
I made their
of course.
logo.
That's dope.
And I didn't know what I was doing at the time, so I sold it for a few $100s.
You didn't know who they were.
And then next thing I know is like I see all these videos with their pants and this logo that I designed on
You
it.
made.
Yeah. So, you know.
Hopefully they gave you some shout outs or something, but you know it was yours.
Yeah, it's a growing process.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He's be telling everybody,
Bragging
rewind
rights.
it. Look, that's my stuff right there.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
cool. Well, awesome. So how did you become Eric 9? Where's the 9 from?
So 9 started in Boston.
Okay.
I had a little crew, we were rhyming and everything. And we would call ourselves Nines because up north, Puerto Ricans and blacks, we all come up in the same area, and it's very regular for Hispanics or Puerto Ricans to use the N-word. It's just it's nothing.
I know.
We say it like whatever.
Friend, homie,
Right.
person. I get it, man. I
But
do.
going to Florida and then kind of
Different.
realizing what it is, we instead of saying that, we started calling each other Nines.
Okay.
And so originally, like, somewhere in the Bible, I don't remember what book right now, but there is 9 fruits of the Spirit, right? And it's like love, forgiveness, goodness.
This is beautiful.
It's just like they're 9 godly traits, right?
Nice.
And so it was just a thing that we were on. We're like, we'll call each other that.
You're the 9s.
We'll be about that. And we even had a handshake and everything.
All right, show it to me.
It's simple. 5,
5 fingers.
4.
4.
And then we say, and then we just be like 5-4 baby.
5-4 baby, because you're adding it together.
5-4 baby.
Yeah. Can you do math? With the 5 4s.
Yeah.
I love it. My favorite number is 333, which I think is really cool. Which is 9, which is 3, 3, and 3. If you can do
I'll
math,
do
it's
that.
3, 3, and 3. Go,
Yeah.
shoot! I know. I love
That's
it. I
awesome.
love it. The 9s. That's really cool. So, is there a way to access that music, by the way? Some of the stuff that you like created back then? Maybe not.
No, it's
Like, yeah, but don't. Just kidding.
No. You can listen to it. It's cool. It's not, it's old. It's whatever.
okay.
But it is on Spotify. It's funny because it was stolen from us, and it's like under someone else's name on Spotify.
No.
But yeah, it's on Spotify.
That sucks.
Yeah.
Well, karma might happen to them. Who knows? You know what I mean? How people
Yeah.
switch. That's cool. So it was music that influenced you. That's cool.
Yeah, music is everything to me. Like
Yeah.
I don't exist without music.
Love
Like
it.
music helps me just wake up
Yeah.
and get through everything. Like
Me too.
even now, like I'm surrounded by I do visual arts, but
I know.
it's all music to me.
That's
like,
nice.
Yeah.
So when you are creating a certain piece, do you play music and let that kind of like help inspire what you paint, or do you have an idea first and then, like vice versa, let me play this song to go with this, or how does it come to you when you create?
The art happens every which way. There's no consistent way for me.
Okay.
But music, so as an artist, right? And you can tell me if you relate to this.
Okay.
We're moody motherfuckers, right?
I am.
So sometimes we'll wait until we're in the mood to do something. And as you become a professional, you realize you can't really wait on the mood anymore.
I know.
Because
I know. It'll never get
no one else
done.
is waiting.
Nope.
Right. And you got to get shit done and move on to the next one. So I've learned how to like control or manipulate my mood to put me where I need to be.
Okay.
Do you have a technique to get you right, like would get your head right?
So I do listen to things in the morning that kind of inspire me a little bit, because I don't wake up feeling good all the time.
Yeah.
And it's not like I party a lot, you know, but it's like, I'm like, shit, I don't want to do this. But you have to, you know, certain things, certain smells can enhance that, you know, like it make me feel good. Definitely, I was gonna say this too, like I know you like strawberries, if you ever remember to eat, but I also
That's
know
part of
like,
my routine
like,
too.
You strawberries every day? Or is this like fruit?
No, I eat a pack of strawberries every day. I'm so surreal. I
You're
mean,
the strawberry
surreal.
man.
I am surreal.
You are.
That's so for real about strawberries.
That's so
But
9.
but
That's
my-
so 333.
It is, right?
It is.
So like my process is music. Like if I'm in a bad mood and I'm like, okay, I gotta start creating or do anything, it's like I'll roll a joint, get something to sip on,
Yes.
and then the music, and get my mind right first before I start like partaking in the
I get it.
and everything else. But yeah, man, like
It help some ways, and I'm not
does.
trying to sell drugs or alcohol on anybody, but certain things, whatever it is that helps you get there. You
in
know,
moderation, or you just gotta know yourself.
Yeah, you have to know yourself, but definitely nourishment. Like I know you probably forget to eat sometimes.
Well, you know that because
do.
from the past conversation, I was like, damn, I haven't ate all day.
The first time I met at 9, I was like, he's like, girl, I forgot. I didn't forget it. I'm gonna be there, but like, I only had a couple strawberries today. I had to eat. My homies had to come and say, come on, man, you gotta go eat, because you were hungry and you were in the zone, right?
Yeah.
Like, when do you know when to stop? When you step away from something?
I don't. I'm learning. You know, you're always learning. So.
Yeah.
Do you know that elephants are the largest land animals? They are, and they're quite exceptional in many ways. They've got a lot of abilities. They're able to recognize one another after long periods of time, and even find places that they haven't been to in a really long time as well. They also show different emotions like grief and happiness and love. The goddess definitely knew what she was doing when she created these magical beasts. You're welcome.
Nobody puts baby in the corner.
Hello, Earthlings. It's very important that you follow, like, and comment on BaBy's CriB.
You have a chick that takes you away?
Um,
She's like, come on.
A girl?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I got a ballerina.
And you're a ballerina.
She's my muse, man. She changed my life.
I love this.
Yeah, she even the show I'm working on now, which has to do, we call it reflection.
Yes.
So basically, reflection is kind of like how you see yourself.
Yes.
And this is the theme that Ricky is helping me like put this show together about.
Yes.
But Harmony was one of the first. Let me put it this way. So, who talks the most shit about you to you? In your face, not behind your back.
Do you mean like the mirror?
Exactly.
Okay, yeah,
Who
like a
talks the
reflection.
worst to us is ourselves in our
and lately
heads.
I'm saying shit out loud. I'm like, am I going crazy, or are those my angels talking to me, or is it just, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not even just in my head anymore. I'm like, baby, you can do this. Come on, and I'm like, oh, I got my own
See,
cheerleaders on my head.
so you're already training yourself to speak to yourself a little bit more respect and be more mindful about it. And that's kind of the whole idea of this show is kind of bring a highlight on that.
I love that.
But Harmony was like one of the first people that she was like, you're amazing. And I was just like, yo, and I was like, shit, no one's ever fucking told me that.
You're kidding me.
Bro, like,
You've been doing this for a while. You are amazing, but it hits you maybe differently.
Yeah, but also in relationships too.
Yes.
And so, I don't know, it's just been.
She's your muse.
Yeah, and it's been a growing experience of just like, getting out of my own head, looking at things from different perspectives, you know what I mean?
Yes, of course.
And just always just trying to take all the negative out of the situation.
I love it.
You know?
Thank you, Harmony, for doing that.
Yeah,
to
for
him.
bringing
that
harmony
to him.
to my
Yeah,
life.
into his life. I love that. So you can see your murals all over Atlanta. They're all over the place, and I love them. And the art that you do here too, you do many different, I would say almost like, it's a similar style, but in a way, the different mediums, things like that, they're almost like dream-like things to me, like very whimsical, but like dreams. They're beautiful.
Very much.
The colors are vivid and beautiful. Makes me feel good. It
Good.
makes me feel really, really good.
Good.
Yeah. Do you remember your first mural here in Atlanta? What that was?
My first mural was at Art Beats and Lyrics, and it wasn't a traditional mural on a wall. It was they build a wall, like a mobile wall.
Really?
Well,
okay.
it's a traveling art show.
Oh, wow.
So they give you a wall to put your art on.
Dope.
So then I painted a mural on the wall and then put my art over it.
Dope.
So that was the first time I kind of like what I consider a mural.
It was big.
Yeah, it's big.
Yeah.
And then, you know, besides like Krog Tunnel and like when I was young, we would throw up all the time, but like I really didn't start getting paid for murals until maybe 2019-ish.
Okay.
And so yeah.
Yeah, that's nice.
And it's picked up, like the mural business is like great right now.
It's beautiful. And I was gonna ask you about that too. So like, what some people might consider themselves doing it professionally. You've been doing this for a while, to me professionally, but even though you said the last 4 years kind of making money, what do you consider to be a professional at something? Is it someone else telling you this, or someone like Harmony going, you're the shit, or like when you actually start being able to pay your bills, or what?
So
What do you mean?
I would say I've been a professional since 2006, because that's the last time anyone was responsible for my money.
Okay.
You know what I mean? That's when I called the place. I was working at a graphic shop called Mark Star. Shout out to Mark Star.
What it is, Mark?
But I told him I quit and I never worked for anybody else, and I just started doing my own
Nice.
thing.
Nice.
And it's been a process for sure. And it's been starting where I was really 100% a graphic artist to where I was like 50% a graphic artist and then my own fine artist.
Nice.
Until now where I'm just completely a fine artist. I don't really
And
do
so when we
work
say
for anybody
fine,
else.
that means perfect, beautiful, something that goes for a lot of money. Like, what does that mean to you? Like fine art? Because I look at it, I know what I see, but you know what I mean?
It
is fine art.
For me, it's a personal definition.
Okay.
So I'm a fine artist because I say I'm a fine artist.
You're a fine
you know?
motherfucking artist.
Right.
Okay, that's what you is.
Right. But, you know, usually you get some kind of training with that, and, you know, it's
Experience.
and once
Yeah.
you like, you know, been in a few galleries and everything, and your price goes up, and you want to start calling yourself a fine artist.
Okay, nice. You want to put that
You're
in
a
there.
fine artist.
Thank you, honey.
Yeah.
Thank you. Our backslashes, you do a lot of stuff though, you know what I mean? Like you are an artist for sure, but I didn't know this thing about your music. I didn't know it, and I love that. You're an artist in different forms for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Do you do any of the circus shit?
Nah, I think that's why I
That's
love it.
circus shit to me.
Yeah.
Okay. No, but you love it, you gravitate towards it.
I think I like it more because I can't do it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I like that, you know.
Yeah.
I'm not the performance
Okay.
type.
Right. But do you paint live?
Yeah.
Yeah, you do. This is a funny question, but when you're painting like a mural or somewhere or whatever you're doing, do you have people come up and ask you questions, or do you just kind of like sit back and let you do your thing?
No, I have people come by and say, that eye don't look right.
Shut up.
No.
Shut up.
I had this lady
You're
come
not
by.
done yet. You know what I mean? Or if it is, that's how you wanted it to look.
I was there and my friend Truth was with me, and this lady comes by and she goes, and there was 2 parallel murals like on a street, and I was working on both of them at the same time. And she's walking across and she looks, that one looks good, but this one still needs work.
Shut up, bitch. Shut up. You don't need no opinions out loud.
Yeah.
But that's the thing, it's subjective, right? Like what's cool to one person might be cool to another person.
Yeah.
That's nice. Do you name your paintings? Do you ever?
Yeah, it's not my favorite thing to do.
Okay.
But yeah, I name them. It's like a
Does Harmony
necessary
help
thing.
you with that? Or are you just doing it on your own?
Nah, Harmony don't help me.
Okay.
Harmony is in her own world. Harmony just blesses me by existing.
Nice.
And she just gives me the attention I need.
Nice.
And Harmony is a good description of our relationship.
Beautiful.
Very harmonious.
I love that so much. I really, really do. You know what? You've got a lot of pieces in here that we'll kind of show in a little bit, but you want to step out and look at a couple of murals?
Yeah, I have some murals right around.
Let's do it. Let's do a shot and do it. Follow us, people. Here we go. It's pretty cool. So your space is here, but your studio's right there, Eric 9 space. And there's several complexes, but you have several murals just like within this complex, right?
Well, what I did was, and we're gonna go this way. I'll show you the one. There's one right over here real quick.
Here we go.
What I did was I was able I was able to trade a year's rent for that large mural.
That's awesome.
And then I kept bartering with them for more artwork for free rent.
Can I paint this too? Can I paint this? Whole place is gonna be Art 9. That's awesome. So that's one way to keep it, yeah.
You know,
keep it going, yeah.
So it helped me get a little head start, and then now I'm just paying rent because I can.
Because you can. God damn it.
So there's your flamingo.
You
Ricky.
did this?
Yeah.
Oh, that's beautiful.
So.
I love her, him.
So yeah. It's whichever.
It's whatever.
Yeah.
I love that. I love it so much.
But yeah, that got me 6 more months of rent.
Beautiful.
So that was and it was a cool job because I was out here painting, jumping in the pool, coming back.
It's summer.
Oh yeah.
That's so nice. So do you tag them? Do you put your
It's always Eric 9. Yeah.
Love it. We'll have to get up close on that later, but I love flamingos.
Yeah, I kind of like
Nice.
I used to tag myself really big because I'm like that, but I'm kind of getting a little bit more.
Well, maybe it's like recognized now. More people recognize your style.
Yeah. Yeah. That's something that's very important to me. I don't ever want. It's actually kind of challenging as a visual artist even to come up with something new that doesn't look like somebody else's because there's so many artists. So like I spent a good 2 years of just doing a lot of live painting, experimental stuff, making mistakes, and just kind of finding my own style. So I'm like it's something that I take very seriously, and I'm kind of proud that I can be like, my shit don't look like no one else's shit. And if you see Eric 9's thing, you can see it without anybody, recognize it without anybody having to.
Yeah, it's yours.
Yeah.
Well, that's something interesting to me too, because I have a few other friends that are artists, and they say that they see their art and it's like kind of AI. They're like, that person stole my style and did whatever. So it's kind of like weird because it's going into that way, but you do like graphic stuff too, all this. So it's like, you work with AI a little, right?
Yeah, I'm getting into it. I mean, I'm not gonna fight it.
So the AI thing, you're going with it now, right?
Yeah. It's it's so brand new, right?
Yes.
So far.
I went out a couple days ago and I still don't have my balance back yet.
I think it's too brand new to really have too much of a strong opinion on it.
Yeah.
But I do know a lot of artists are worried about copying, copyrights and all that.
Yeah.
But like
they are.
The way I look at it is like I'm not worried about it copying me. I'm gonna copy it first.
Okay.
And use it to make references and use
cool.
it to like.
That inspires you.
Well, yeah, and also like if I have a picture or a drawing and I want the background to be different, or if I'm like, I want it to have an apple tree with pink apples, I can as easily, it's just a prompt now.
Tap.
And there it is, and I can make a few of them, and then I can pick which one I like.
I love it.
And use that as a reference to paint the original.
I love that.
Yeah.
But it is still coming from your creative mind, right?
Yeah,
so this is where I've had this debate with some artists where they're like, I hate it because I want artists, like children, to be able to use their mind, what's in here, and get it down. But now they're able to just like tap, 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 and it goes into this like whatever it is, this fantasy storyland that they did. In a way, they created with their mind, but they're not really.
Well, it's a language.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I mean that's two different things.
It is.
Just like there's two different types of artists.
Yes.
Because there's the artist that comes up with the idea.
Yes.
And then there's the type of artist that gets hired just to execute art.
Right.
Like sign painters.
Right.
These are phenomenal artists, very disciplined artists that do things that a lot of people can't, right?
Yes.
But they're not that type of artist that is going to come up with an original idea and actually like move the culture or make an original statement.
Which is what you do.
And that's what I'm after.
You move the culture, man. You do.
Ballet is a dance that originated in the Renaissance era in Italy in the 15th century. Mikhail Baryshnikov is a Latvian-American dancer, choreographer, and actor. And many here on Earth have said, he is the best of all time. However, I'm quite good myself, and I practice all the time in space, and I'm 333 gazillion years old. I can still kick, spin, and do the splits. See? Don't look, naughty people. Hello, Earthlings. I need you to follow, like, and comment, right? Yeah.
So, this is one of your murals here in this complex. Let's go see it. Tell me about it.
So this piece right here on our right is
Beautiful. You want to go back up?
representation of the Twisted Circus.
Yes.
And it's the same characters, the elephant and the ballerina. And I use those characters because they're opposites.
Ah.
You know, so when you think of a ballerina, you think of somebody that's delicate and fragile, and
Yeah.
but when you get to know ballerinas, you realize that they're actually vicious, very disciplined athletes that are like way stronger than you would expect.
They're not as delicate as you think.
There's nothing delicate about it.
Yeah.
They are true, like they sacrifice so much for their craft, you know?
Yeah.
And then the reverse would be like when you see an elephant, you're like the biggest animal out the jungle,
Yeah.
and they're very intimidating, but their nature is not that. And
Yeah.
they're actually
They're
very
scared of the
sensitive.
mouse, right? Or
Yeah,
supposedly,
exactly.
right?
In the cartoons, right?
Yeah, they are.
But yeah, somebody
Cartoon.
probably knew about elephants when they suggested that. I don't know where that idea came from, but you know, they're some of the most empathetic creatures on the planet.
That's awesome.
And so I just take those two characters, they're
love it.
opposites. I use that to kind of firstly make a statement. It doesn't matter what you look like,
Yeah.
that we can get over outward appearances and just look a little deeper, and we can all get along, could even fall in love.
Yes.
And that's that story, but it continues to evolve.
I love it.
So-
yeah, what he does have these ballerinas that he paints all the time, which are so cool. But to speak specifically about Twisted Circus Reflections, or Reflexiones, I guess, because there's Spanish. This is an event that you are hosting coming up. It's called Reflections. We talked
Yeah.
about this before, and it is. I know there's going to be a lot of amazing artists that are performing, right?
Yeah.
But you will have your ballerina there, right?
She's not performing in this
She's not,
one.
but
we
a
do
ballerina,
Have we
yeah.
do have a ballerina.
Yeah. Not Harmony.
Not Harmony. But
meant,
yes,
yeah,
I will
yeah.
have my ballerina
Right.
performing there.
Nice.
We have a handful of performances, including contortionists, aerialists, and then we have the fully immersive experience, all four walls projected.
Nice.
All the content is produced by us.
Nice.
And it's all choreographed together to tell the story of like basically the elephant and the ballerina kind of like breaking up, and then them finding themselves and kind of realizing their own powers and their own like falling in love with themselves again, finding themselves,
Yeah.
so then they can come back and treat each other right,
I love that.
you know, at the end. But
love that.
it's basically that short story. And what we want to do really is just really focus on, I mean, even the title Reflection is just like, it's how you see yourself.
Yes.
So we just really want to like put a highlight on that topic of like, watch how you talk to yourself. And because manifestation of what you say starts with your thoughts,
You know.
and your actions follow the way you think. And so we need to really just be very self-aware of like, don't let yourself be your worst enemy,
I love that.
you know?
I love that. So beautiful.
Yeah.
Thanks, man. That's awesome.
Thank you.
I'll ask you one more question though. Don't you call the elephant bubala?
Bubala.
Yeah, and this is what language?
That's Russian.
Russian.
That's what the moms and grandmas call little babies.
The bubalas.
Yeah.
But it's a big old elephant.
Yeah.
And one of our very dear good friends, Ricky McKinney, is playing the elephant in Reflections.
Ricky the elephant.
Reflexiones. Yes, and so he's going to be there, and it's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
And before we walk away from this mural, because it symbolizes a couple other things, tell me about the roses and what I see is like a fist. Like, tell me about this.
Oh, okay. You did notice that.
I did. It looks like fist to me.
So when I
Check it out.
when I got this opportunity to paint this, I showed them the drawing. The only request was to make their logo interactive with the design. So I made their logo with a kite that she's holding.
Yes.
So I showed it to them, they liked it, and then it came back just through word of mouth that somebody somewhere said, yeah, that's great, you know, at least he's not painting fist. Because this was going on when all the riots and
Yeah.
stuff were happening.
Yeah.
And so So I found a clever way to include fist. Basically,
I see it.
I changed the color scheme of the flowers. I put them into skin tones.
Yes.
And then as they fade down and get closer, they kind of morph into these fists,
Yeah.
which represent equality. And that's why it starts with the darker skin and slowly goes to lighter tone skin. And then the last one I have, the rainbow fist,
Rainbow.
which is for equality for everybody.
Yeah, that's right.
But yeah, that's just a little subliminal messaging.
I see
you know?
it. I
And then
see it.
I do that a lot in my art. If I don't actually write it in there where you don't, because
Right.
some of my other pieces, when you look closer, you actually see written messages in them.
Okay.
You know?
Okay.
But
Yeah, this is nice. And I just love it. Thank you for sharing that.
Was all alone, patiently awaiting you to push into me. I was a good girl, I promise you I'd be pushing, pulling, all over you. You say, slow down, you're moving way too fast. Hold me, or I can make it fast. Be still, I'm about to go. Slow down, you're moving way too fast. Hold me, or I can make it fast. Be still, I'm about to go. Don't move, I can't hold back much more.
Next on Baby's Crib.
Uh-huh.